Srimati Indumati Raman had approached me to compose music for a Nataka. This Nataka is not the normal drama that we see. It was an age-old tradition that was prevalent in South India. It was known as Bhagavata Mela. I was really surprised because they normally come with the music along with the ragas and talas. There's a slight change in this. The songs were not composed. Nobody knew the melodies. Although it was done and performed 150 years back, there was no records and there was no notations, because she gave me the book which was printed in Marathi, all these songs, only with a sign that it was in this raga or in thala. That's all. That's the only indication as to how it would have been performed. I was initially very hesitant to take this because I never knew whether I would be able to do justice to these songs. Luckily for me, Indumati ji gave me a lot of confidence, saying that she will be able to convince them and tell them that this is the way it has to be presented, especially since we are talking about the Bombay audience. We want to present something very authentic with respect to the region of Maharashtra, although Maharashtrians were settled in Tanjore. I used to go and sit with Indumati ji, trying to get the notations or trying to make the notations for these songs. She said, no need of notations, we just sing, we'll tape it. And we'll send these tapes to Tanjore. That was a wonderful idea. So I used to sit with the harmonium with Ranjan, Rupa, Indumati ji all together, discussing about the ragas, and I really had a free time in composing these songs. She was also trying to find out whether this raga was suiting the moods of every song. I think we agreed right from day one. I think whatever I was choosing, she was able to find that the same thing suited well with the moods. So with this, we recorded all songs at a matter of, I think, 7 or 8 days I spent, and every tape was sent to them. After 1 week, I am getting a call from Indumati ji saying that they have accepted it except for 1 or 2 songs, small songs, which they want to change it. Like we did for the entry of Ganapati, the entry of the characters, and 1 or 2 churnikas, which was done in South Indian ragas. So something like, Kaya Sanghu, Saki Vinod. So I didn't know what could go. I just started singing Kaya Sanghu Sakhi Vinod in Mand. I also felt that some of the Natya Sangeet melodies can also be taken for this, because this was the way of presenting the Marathi padams. So something like a rag called Paras, it was also there in Hindustani as well as in Carnatic. choose a raga. So there was a mention of Chandravadana, Chandramukhi, you know, Chandrapahuni, Kamalavadani, all those things when Shakuntala was being praised by Dushyanta. So there is a rag called Chandra Jyoti. Pamabada Sadavama Gare Sa. So Vivadi Raga, there are two Re's in this. So the first Re is Re and the second Re is known as Ga. Sare Ga Ma Bada Sada Pama Da Pama Gare Sa. It also suited the mood in the night. Actually, we were trying to blend or merge both the stream and making it as an Indian music only. Although I am saying it is in Hindustani or Carnatic just for the sake of understanding, but I think all this music comes under one umbrella, that's Indian music. I don't know whether it can be categorized as a Hindustani raga or a Carnatic raga. Although there are a lot of kritis in this raga, when it is presented, there is no difference between Carnatic and Hindustani. This is what I feel as a music composer. There was something like Hamsa Gavana Chalati, the walk or the gait of a swan. So I took J.J. Vanti and composed it in Tisra Nade. So it was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. One more feature of composing also surfaced when I was doing this. I talked about Chandravadani going to Chandra Jyoti. There is also something known as Swarakshara or Swara Sahitya. So sometimes the notes that we compose with the lyrics, it sometimes is the same. Like Kamakshi, Kamakshi Swagamapa. So I found one of this lyrics which was talking about Kalajates, Kamala Nayani and all those things. So I just sing. I composed this in, I think it was Madhukams. Saga pa pa ni sa ni pa ma pa ma ga ni ga sa. This was totally rare for the hardcore Carnatic musician, because in Carnatic music all those ragas which had a kriti were popular. All those ragas which never had a kriti was like an orphan. There was no way that they could sing these ragas, because there was no kriti. There is no bandish. How will you sing a raga? So it always remained a raga just for the sake of academics only. Also it remained only in theory and the books. So I took one of those such ragas and composed this Ka Lajates Majapahuni. कालाजतेस मज पाहुनी कालाजतेस मज पाहुनी कमल नयनी कालाजतेस मज पाहुनी कमल नयनी कमल नयनी. So both the knees were used, also kamal gama pa. So at some places it just matched the lyrics with the swara. So it was a swara sahitya exploration with the same lyrics in this Shakuntala. Rehearsal was going on in Andhra Mahasabha, and I just came and met them for the first time. The first person who welcomed me was the main guy who doing the Natuvangam, who was conducting the show, doing the cymbals. His name was Natuvanar Guru Hey Rambanathan. He was very kind enough. He said, please sit with me, sit along with me, sit next to me. And he gave me so much of encouragement. He said, Rumbanana part, very nice it was, we all enjoyed. And from then on, everybody started talking to me. And I should really appreciate everyone, each and everyone. And especially Hey Rambanathan for giving me this confidence. And I was really happy that Indumati and myself, we could get a little bit of, not little bit, most of acceptance, for all these changes that we had made. When it came to singing, I think all these great stalwarts, whom I had initially had a little bit of fright that they will not accept all these new songs or new ragas, they were very kind enough and they accepted, and they also encouraged me. The compositions that was done for Shakuntala was really an eye-opener for myself, because I have done a lot of albums. I had never felt the challenge, and also to meet the challenge and successfully bring these moods in every song as per the lyrics. I have also been blessed by my father and mother in this journey of music to sing a different genre, to present a different genre of Nama Sankirtanam. My father, Sri Subramaniam, known as Noor Nichupamani in Mumbai, really ruled the roost in the year 1950s onwards till his demise in 2013. He was a Nama Sankirtana Bhagavatar and took to music as his career. So I am following his tradition of conducting Nama Sankirtanam all over the country and also abroad. So Bhagavata Mela luckily was not new to me, because there is a tradition coming from Nama Sankirtanam presented in temples. So I think Indumati ji, I think rightly chose me, and I was also very happy to have contributed in those genres.